We're live.
Okay, welcome to the show. I'm Charlie.
I'm Alejandro, and the show is
Weeb Report. Welcome to the Weeb Report.
Weeb Report.
You just threw me out on the spot like that, man.
I mean, I pointed, but like, you didn't have to respond, but you did.
I mean, what, you're just gonna cut until you? Okay.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't. Today we'll be discussing My Hero Academia, chapter 248, one by one. Spoilers ahead.
Why'd you say one by one?
That's the name of the chapter.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is it too much information?
No, I see it. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I never. Okay. Good stuff.
Honestly, the title doesn't make sense for the chapter. Kind of, maybe?
Kind of, maybe.
I don't know. We'll get into it.
I just want to say, we got some feedback.
Where?
On YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't check.
I was looking earlier and we got a few comments.
What? Is it by people we know?
No, I don't, maybe. I don't know though.
What?
Yeah.
Where do you see, which ones?
Oh man.
Why are you telling me now?
I mean,
now I want to look.
Okay, maybe that was a bad call, but seems a good time.
I'd be damned.
Yeah.
I can't read it that fast. Still be entertaining, so I'll read it later. Well, by God. Yeah. That's fantastic.
So I was thinking maybe we'll try and start responding more. Because, I mean, we didn't even. I think the comments are like a week old.
Oh. I don't know. I check it every now and then.
Yeah. But so maybe we'll try and start responding more.
Yeah. Be a little more vigilant. I didn't get a notification for that.
I don't know.
I'm not signed in on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So keep the feedback up, and we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm in a mood, man. All right. So let's get to the chapter. First thing, Gravity.
I really thought we were about to get like a little like
chapter about them.
Yeah.
Her.
I was a little let down.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all good. You know, it was a good chapter actually. I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no, it was very. Yeah, it had a lot of meat. There was a lot of meat in this chapter.
Definitely.
But just going off this cover, I don't know who that is. The girl with the horns. I know we've seen her before.
I think that is the third year.
Oh, you're right. One of the big three.
Yeah.
The girl of the big three.
Like Hinata or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Hinata?
Not Hinata. Like with like a duh. A duh
Hinata.
sound. Duh.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. Like I heard it said in an episode recently.
I didn't pay attention to it.
And like I tried to like keep it in my memory, but it didn't
stick.
It didn't stick.
No.
Yeah.
You see, Suri, not Suri.
Asui. Suyu.
Yeah.
The best frog girl.
Yeah. She got some new additions to her costume.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, look at her. She's got
the little eyes.
The big old, like, I'm sure they're like goggles or binoculars.
I mean, we've seen those before though, haven't we?
Have we?
That's not the first. I don't think that's the first time we've seen that.
Oh,
I could be wrong though.
I mean, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to her, but
do you want to bet?
Late next time, because I'm not 100% on that. But I'm gonna guess Gravity is with Hinata, if that's her name. One of the big three.
We'll hold. Yeah, that's definitely one of the big three.
Yeah, and Sui is definitely with that dragon.
She's a pro hero,
right?
If I remember correctly. I don't remember her name, but
I'm just trying to do a dragon.
It's probably Ryukyu.
The Ryukyu squad is on the case.
Yes, Yep. So that's probably.
Oh, they're all three interning with her.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought.
Well, because in the raid arc, she's the person who initially brings.
I just like
these
you
two.
just spoiled some shit.
Oh my god!
We're talking about the chapter.
The look in your eyes. I can't even. It was pure venom.
Yeah. Because what I was thinking. I have to edit that.
So because it made more work for you.
Yeah, and I'm just like real tired right now, so I'm not in the mood.
Fuck you.
But you didn't. I'm wrong. Continue.
Can you say that again?
I'm wrong.
I'm wrong.
I am wrong.
That's nice.
Yes, during the raid arc.
Okay. Excuse me.
What were you saying? During the raid arc.
Oh, during the raid arc.
Oh my god, alright.
Okay. During the raid arc, that girl is the one who brought. She's the one who brought Uraka and Asui into Dragon Girls, because they kind of helped with the raid too.
You're right. Yeah, they were like the Dragon Girl. She did quite a bit actually.
Yeah,
she basically fought the ones that were outside.
True. And she, if I remember right, she took on a lot.
She was whooping ass. Cause she's a fucking big old dragon.
Big old dragon, yeah. She gets big as fuck.
And she looks. I like her character design, even when she's a human.
Yeah.
She's got like that like spiky white like mask kind of thing.
Yes. I love that.
She's cool.
I mean, you can kind of see the mask looking at her now.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. So going forward, so Deku jumping around.
Yeah.
He's kind of got an internal monologue talking about. Really, he's like strategizing with himself.
Yeah. It's honest. It's something we've heard before from Deku. His whole, like, he's got his quirk later than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to kind of ingrain it into him, as everybody else was really focusing on, like, the outwardness of their quirk.
He has to work on suppression.
Yeah.
As opposed to, exerting it outward.
And I mean, there is the thing, like, pretty much everybody else has had their quirk for, most of their life.
Because they get it when they're like 9-ish, right?
I mean, yeah, like they're young.
I mean, there can be early bloomers and late bloomers, but the standard, because it was when Deku, how old was he? He was like 11?
Something like that.
And the doctor was like, they usually manifest a quirk around 9 or 10. And he's like a year or 2 years past that, and he hasn't.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So that's a few years. I guess it's not most of their life. Some of them might have had it for most of their life. Bakugo.
He had it when he was super young.
He was super young, so he's had his quirk most of his life. But even then, like that leaves a large gap to like a medium gap for people who were later than Bakugo.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's say they get it at 10. They're technically in high school at UA.
Yeah.
That's high school. So you're still looking at like... So, air quotes, average age is like middle school. So that's like 3 years of you not being watched by your quirk, and you can kind of fiddle with it.
Right.
And get really comfortable with it. That's
true.
So, experimentation.
Yeah, I mean, so that's pretty much what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You see in this kind of the second page, second scene, you can see Bakugo and Deku. Like, Bakugo's flying through the air, and Deku looks like he's maybe like running on a building.
Yeah, because he's a big leaper.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like Gran Torino.
Mm-hmm. Well, he uses that style actually a lot.
Yeah.
Like in Night Eye's office and stuff.
Yeah, that was.
We'll get to
in
that.
the anime. That was great.
That was cool.
I love that.
So yeah, they're chasing a guy on a motorcycle, and
he reminds me of President Mike.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
He looks very present, Mike, but it's because he's going so fast. Like his hair's his hair's being pushed back. Mm-hmm.
That's very cartoony.
Yeah. But he gets fucking taken out by a wall of fire.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Before we move on, we also get a little inner monologue from the going back to the guy, the
previous successor.
Yeah. Who? Which one is that? Is that like the fifth? Did we learn which one it was?
No, I don't think we learned. I think he's the first.
No, he's not the first.
Well, because his quirk was the black whips.
Right.
I don't think he said like I'm the number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got one of the previous quirk holders back, like a little flashback, to that. So
yeah.
I mean, it's still kind of weighing on him, and it.
Well, it's that thing of like, so he was given one for all, and it was like he was like, I need a master one for all, so he's not even halfway close. He can do 15% of one for all.
Yeah. And
he gets this fucking bomb dropped on him that like you're gonna have to work on 6 more.
6 more.
So he's kind of he's putting too much on his plate. He's like, I need to figure out how to do everything like as soon as humanly possible because he recognizes that gap.
True.
But we'll find out later. That's probably not the best way to do it.
I mean, no, but it's kind of what he's gonna have to do probably with what seems to be coming up.
Yeah. Well, he's 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months. But I mean, he's not gonna be able to master all 6 of them. No,
because he's had one for all for a little over a year and a half.
A year and a half. I think it says like a year and a half.
Yeah. So, and he's barely gotten this far. Yeah. It took All Might a long time.
But All Might was a little bit more.
But his physique was already really big.
Right.
Like he was a buff guy. And,
yeah. All right. So we got them. The motorcycle guy. He's taken out by a wall of fire.
Yeah.
Foosh.
Yeah. Right.
And he's just saying, "Ow, ow, ow!"
As he gets burned.
Burned. Yeah. So that's always nice.
Yeah.
And let's see, you got one of Endeavor's sidekicks coming up, and he's got him. Endeavor's like, all right, looks like you two or you three. I don't even see Todoroki here.
Yeah. Well, he's there. He's just behind him.
He's just behind him. Yeah.
Now, but it's like you kids were one step behind.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like your translation. You were too slow.
Too slow. Yeah.
Too slow.
Too slow for his fight.
There's a lot of dialogue in this chapter. It was very dialogue heavy. So Todoroki kind of uses this. He asked Bakugo, he's like, do you realize like what he's doing? That he starts talking about Endeavor. He's focusing his fire to like a pinpoint. And
of course, Bakugo takes it, personally.
He's like, what?
Are you insulting my intelligence?
Yeah. He's like, I have noticed, but what did you notice?
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically equating to his AP shot.
And I mean, that's essentially what it is.
Yeah. It's just.
But for him, it would need to be bigger.
Who? Bakugo?
Bakugo, yeah.
Yeah, because he can do it, like, he needs a visual representation
right.
of his hand with a circle.
If he could do that with his hand, then he'd be flying through the air probably. Especially if he could keep it going,
like continuous combustion.
Yeah,
just like a car.
But like a very condensed explosion too, like a rocket.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is just a large consecutive explosions.
Yeah,
because it's not fire.
No, I mean it's fuel.
Right, but it's being burned and the thrust is explosions. It's not. I don't know. I was just thinking like fire burst, but it's not it.
I mean, I'm not a rocket.
I'm not a rocket scientist either.
If there's any rockets and scientists out there listening to this, let us know.
That's not how it fucking goes. But that's my guess. Yeah, you're right. He just needs to create a solid stream.
Yeah.
Without having to put his hand against his hand.
Yes.
And focus. Yes. He doesn't need a visual representation.
It's got to get bigger.
Right.
Bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He could kill someone with that thing.
Yeah, he could shoot through rocks. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, it'll blow right through a human.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But then that's murder.
Yeah, that's not very heroic. Yeah. Okay.
What else?
How did we get here?
I don't know. Every time he died, yeah, it's just kind of Todoroki's analyzing.
He's pretty much telling Bakugo it's basically his flash fire.
Is his AP shot.
Endeavor's flash fire is going to be Bakugo's. Yeah, is equivalent of Bakugo's AP shot.
Right.
And Bakugo's really just getting to use that.
Mm-hmm. It's like this is it mastered.
Yeah.
And you're at the rookie level.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And he says that Endeavor says Bakugo's movement is good for a rookie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a little backhanded compliment, but he's like not bad. You're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You're where you should start to.
You're getting there.
Yeah. More running. There's a lot of running.
Yeah, Endeavor don't slow down. As soon as the sidekick got the guy apprehended.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'll take care of the rest."
Endeavor's like, "I'm off," and the other three weren't really expecting that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see him in that panel. They're all they're pretty stunned.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we're leaving."
Oh shit! All right, let's go. Yeah.
Oh man, and then Deku's face in that next shot.
Yeah. And he's looking side to side.
He's like looking back. He's like, "Oh my God." It's very funny.
Yeah.
Endeavor talks a little bit about splitting the work with Hawks earlier, but he also makes it a point that you have to be able to handle everything on your own as a pro hero.
Yeah. Like you can't rely on other heroes because they might not be there.
And I think he's doing that because they're gonna come to a point where there's nobody else to rely on, but maybe even just those three.
Yeah. Or even Endeavor thinks that the pros will lose.
Yeah. Oh man.
And that he's like, because he's as we've seen, he's a very intelligent person. He's like, there's a chance I might die.
I'm calling it. Endeavor dies.
Fuck. Oh, and it makes sense too. He was a piece of shit. He's starting to kind of redeem himself. By the time this arc happens, we really love him.
He's gonna have the full redemption arc, and he's gonna give his life, and that's gonna be.
That's his wow, he really did care.
Yeah. And he, you know what's even better is he's gonna metaphorically take the bullet for Todoroki.
Todoroki? That's what I was thinking too.
Yep.
Oh. And then Todoroki is gonna be like, damn, I need to step up.
And he's gonna be like that, and he's also gonna be like, I love my dad.
I always loved him.
Yeah.
Even though, I was mad at him sometimes. And
it's gonna be emotional. You heard it here first, folks.
I fucking just hate that. Now I'm dreading that because he almost he already had a death scare.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I really thought he was about to die.
I thought he was done.
And it's such a weird point for him to die in the story.
Yeah, it would have been so unimportant.
Yeah, it would have really nailed a point though that people can die.
Yeah, because nobody's real.
Just Sir Night-Eye.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Only hero. Yeah, we've seen a couple people get really hurt and lose their powers. But yeah.
Yeah, but no, Night-Eye's the only one.
Yep.
Huh. I'll be damned.
So, he also makes it a point to say he noticed the glass villain's helpers.
Yeah, like he was
in the last chapter. He had to let it be known that he knew.
He's like, I wasn't surprised. Like, I want you guys to know that.
And Bakugo calls him out. He says, "You're so damn petty."
Yeah, because nobody cares. It's like, why are you bringing that up?
Yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference if you knew or not.
Right. And kind of during and after that, he keeps mentioning like, you guys, like this isn't school. Like if you're too slow, it's not. You don't get marked down a grade. Like if you're too slow, you could.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be such a fucking good scene in the anime.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because like, what does it say? If you lose any points, you lose points on your GPA. But what gets lost is someone's life.
And I can see this already. Like they're gonna be completely unaware of that truck.
And he doesn't blow the truck up, but
no, he
basically makes a wall of fire.
Yeah,
and they hit it.
And I'm assuming that wall of fire has quite an amount of force behind it, though, because that truck does look like it gets kind of fucked up.
It looks charred, but also it hit something.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Like I don't think they even really noticed that truck.
No, because they were so, which is I'm sure I don't think he mentioned it, but that's another mistake, is they were so fixated on him, like him talking.
That's true.
That they weren't paying attention.
That's not parallel processing.
That's what I was thinking this whole time. I was like, damn, like, yes, he's talking, and yes, you should be listening to what he's saying, but earlier he said you need to never. You can't have a one-track mind.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing.
Just by the look on Deku's face, you can tell he didn't know. It's harder to tell on the other two, but I don't think.
On the panel where he's helping the lady up?
On the one directly under the truck.
Oh, yeah. He was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, he had no idea.
Yeah. And then this is when Endeavor, he straight up says, like, he tells Bakugo, like, you and Todoroki are going to be teammates.
Yeah.
And he was like, why am I always paired up with this guy?
And they do get paired up a lot.
They do.
Ever since the practical exam where they failed.
And they had to do remedial classes.
Together, yeah. They've been paired together ever since then.
Yeah, and Todoroki guesses it. He's like, is it something to learning Flashfire?
Yeah.
And Endeavor's like, basically, you need to learn how to condense your power.
Storage and release.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Nice.
So that's kind of that. Honestly, that's the biggest gist of the whole chapter.
What?
I think that is kind of seeing how Endeavor does it.
Oh, yeah.
And because the whole thing was like, Todoroki's thing was like, I need to learn how to do Flashfire. And just by observing, he was like, oh shit, I get it. I kind of know how he does it now.
Just because, watching him. It mentions it because Todoroki has the same quirk as him. He can kind of tell, like he knows how difficult it is, to keep a certain degree of heat, and he can kind of tell the difference in the fire, how hot it is, because I mean he
can make it.
He makes fire. So I'm assuming that's it really gives him like an insight into it.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah,
it's like if somebody speaks a different language. It's like to you have no clue, but if somebody were to explain speaking Spanish, I would understand it more than you because I could speak Spanish.
I guess it's weird. Maybe.
That's all I could think of.
Okay,
but I have an understanding of the language.
Maybe it's maybe more like if you speak Spanish, if you tried learning like French.
Okay, that's
it
way
might
better.
It might be a little bit easier.
Italian.
Italian, yeah.
Italian would be really easy to learn for me.
Italian rather than Korean.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot easier for you.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
better way to put it.
You got it. You're bad at analogies, man.
I am actually. I do them a lot though.
Hey man, it's all good. Do what you love.
I know I do love a good analogy.
I love bad analogies. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, never mind. That's kind of it for all that, and I think at that point.
Oh, I like this. The Deku tells Kachan that the storage and release. is like the concept of your AP shot, and Bakugo's like, why do you even know that? Stay away from me.
Don't come closer.
Yeah, just get away. Why do you know this?
Yeah.
So funny to me.
And then at that point, yeah, Endeavor just confirms what Todoroki was thinking.
Yeah.
He just kind of helps him out. Like, you need to learn, do this and do this. This is the, on paper, how I do it. You know, like.
Yeah. I got
But you actually doing it is another story.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the real life experience.
Yeah.
I really like this shot with Endeavor and Deku eating.
Yeah.
It's just very, very wholesome. It's like a father and child type deal, and I really like it.
Which is, I always forget Endeavor has hair. Because he's always on fire. Like, I don't know. Because like, when I first saw it, I was like, who's that guy? I was like, oh, that's right.
That's
because he always just has his fire on.
I mean, maybe it's easier to tell who it is now that he's got a giant scar on his face. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's that guy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but he's asking him about, he doesn't know, but one for all. He's like, you're able to momentarily raise your power level. And Dick's like, yeah. He says, are you able to do it subconsciously?
Subconsciously, yeah.
And this was interesting. He's like, he can do it for full cow. But if he wants to basically do anything else, he has to stop everything and just think about it.
And I mean, Endeavor. He also says, for right now, forget about the secondary ability.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
But this is what I was referring to. It's like, he's like, you have too much. Like, pull back. Focus on one thing. Master it incrementally.
And that's something Deku seems to really take to heart.
Yeah.
And then we get to how Endeavor kind of explains parallel processing, and he's pointing out a guy yawning in a car.
Yeah, I love that.
And he's driving down the road yawning, or I mean, you could be driving down the road messing with your radio,
looking at your GPS,
right?
Talking on the phone.
And those are things none of us are born doing. A lot of most of us. You're excluded from this.
Why am I excluded?
Most of us did not spend like our first 14 years driving.
I started driving when I was 11.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. Okay, that's illegal. So yeah, 14 years you don't drive.
Yeah.
14, 15 years you don't drive. You start driving. That's not something you've ever really done before. So maybe you've taken notice and seen how people do it. Maybe you haven't. But after a couple months of driving, probably even a couple weeks, you get kind of used to it. If you do it every day, you get comfortable in it. And I mean, people do all sorts of shit while they're driving. Yeah. Some of it probably too much. Yes. But eating and driving,
that's a feat.
Yeah.
And this actually made me think about when you're driving, you are doing a lot. You're checking your mirrors. Yeah. You're thinking about where you're going. You're conscious of the cars around you. You're accelerating, decelerating. I was like, shit, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Keeping the wheels straight. Making small adjustments.
Making small adjustments for turns.
And then I add something else. Talk on the phone, radio.
If you're in between cars, you have to kind of, if you slam on your brakes, you could get hit.
Yep.
But if you don't, you might hit somebody.
Mm-hmm. Even, just being like, oh, I need to brake, looking at your rear view, making sure somebody's not going to slam into you.
Exactly. And Deku, I don't think he's driving in his life yet.
No. I mean, he can just run everywhere.
So he may, true. That's true. Probably be faster in the city. Yeah. But, he's never really thought about it like that. Mm-hmm. He probably doesn't use a lot of parallel processing in his day-to-day life. Not like that. When he's in school, he's focused on...
He's very one-track mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, even outside school, he's kind of just all might.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
And all his things I need to master one for all. That's it. Master it. Yeah. Yeah, but he's just saying like you need to crawl before you can run. Like, you need to figure this out slowly.
I mean, and Deku's got it. We all know he does.
He's gonna be our guy. Like,
this is his story.
Yeah, and he's, what do you say? Your foundation isn't always built on an honest accumulation of experiences.
Yeah.
And then the next panel is All Might, and he says, there are exceptions, but for the rest of us, our only option is to accumulate experiences. And I was like,
of course, you got to bring All Might in.
Yeah, because he is, of course, they don't know the details, but he took One for All, and super early.
Yeah.
And he was able to control it. Like, he learned how to do, air manipulation.
Yeah.
Early as fuck.
Changing the pressure of the air and shit. Yeah.
So, it's kind of that thing, like, some are born great, some are thrust into greatness, and some, build to greatness or something like that.
Which one's...
You never heard that?
Is he?
Huh?
Which one is...
that's just... he's a...
Is he thrust into it, or did he build it?
Thrust. I'd say thrust. Because his previous One for All was a big inspiration for him.
That's true.
Like, her death is what made him go,
That's true.
I need to become strong.
That's true.
And he did.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Okay. We digress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got the three boys standing, watching Endeavor. He's looking back. I mean, he's a guy,
Mm-hmm.
So he's, looking back at him like I don't know why he's doing this, but
he's dramatic.
Yeah, he's saying pretty much you got to take what you got at school, and now you got to apply it to real world experiences at my agency. He's the number one, so he's like, he throws out the number one heroes agency. But he says something that we've heard before: make that power your own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always something that, especially to Deku, is
because it's not his power.
It's not his power.
It was given to him.
It's really nobody's power. Because even the power that is All for One was given to the original holder of All for One.
No, he had that. No, you're right. Because he was all his quirk was transferring quirks. But he didn't have a quirk to transfer.
Exactly.
Oh, that's very interesting.
He could have transferred his transfer quirk.
But then it's like, did you give it? I don't know.
Transfer it back to me. And check.
Yeah. Which also, I never really thought about that. That's his brother could take and give.
All for One could take and give quirks.
Right. So his little brother could only
give quirks.
Right. So I thought it was pretty interesting.
Got the shit into the stick there. Ask me.
Because it's a very selfless thing. It's like, all I can do is give you quirks. I can't take your quirk. I can't steal from you, but I can willingly give you it.
That's true. So. And then All for One gave him a stockpiling quirk.
Yeah.
And it stockpiles.
That's one of those things where All for One was like, fuck.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
I shouldn't have done that. Well, he gave it to him thinking you and I, brother, will rule the world.
Exactly. But his brother didn't like what he was doing.
No.
Think just 90 years later. God, fuck.
I'm still dealing with this bullshit.
Yeah. And he got so strong that he can't even just take him on. All Might was too strong.
Yeah, he beat him.
Yeah.
And so he's just kind of grumbling like, God damn it, quirk I gave him my brother.
So yeah, that's always something good for Deku to hear, because that's really what he has to do. He has to make all of these quirks his own.
Yeah. And he says this, which I don't think it's cocky. Endeavor does it's like, I don't care if you kids fail or succeed. You're not affecting my work. Like, I'm still gonna be the number one hero. I'm still gonna work. I'm still gonna save people.
He does.
Like, he's basically, you guys are just tagging along. That's it.
I don't know if he's being cocky, trying to egg them on.
I think it's more of an egg on.
Yeah, like you guys aren't gonna interfere in any way at this rate. Maybe
basically saying there is no difference to you being here and not.
And that's like that would rile me.
That'd rile me out. Like, well, fuck, I am here.
Like, I'm right here. What do you need me to do?
I can be helpful. So yeah, he has a very tough love kind of way of teaching.
Yes, very much.
So this is 100% him trying to get them to be like, fail or succeed. Well, I'm gonna succeed. Yeah. I'm gonna do better than you.
He did. Yeah. And Deku's he's he's got his fist clenched. This is gonna be very dramatic music during the anime for this shot.
This is the ending. Yeah.
It's one by one. So
and never mind, that is the name of the chapter. So yes, it does make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So one by one, it's he's building up.
It's got to do everything one by one.
One by one. And then 1 week later,
we got our time skip.
I knew there was a time skip.
We fucking knew
it was coming. Not a time skip, I thought, but
3 panels of a time skip.
I mean, we're not wrong.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
But this one was quick. It was Todoroki's oldest sibling.
Is this who was in the beginning of the chapter last week?
I don't know.
You're gonna go look?
I'll check.
Don't do it so loud, God.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
that is her.
Nice. Okay,
that is her.
Okay.
I can tell by the glasses.
We're on to something here.
Yeah. So yeah, she's calling her dad.
Yes.
What is she calling? Yeah. Hello, Dad.
That's Endeavor.
She's calling her dad, and she's like, "Oh, you're like, whoa, you're interning people? That's really weird."
Todoroki and his friends.
Yeah. And she wants to throw a little
she
luncheon.
Wants to have dinner. Yeah.
She's like, I'll splurge for dinner for everyone.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, free dinner.
And that's the end of the chapter.
And that is the end of the chapter.
Any thoughts, speculation for next week?
Oh, not really.
I mean, I'm guessing we're gonna see dinner.
I mean, I'll rip my hair out if we see the full dinner.
What do you think they're gonna have for dinner?
Something Japanese.
It's probably a good guess. I was thinking like spaghetti and meatballs or something. I know it's really out there.
I mean, that's a stretch, but fuck it, I'll see.
Oh wait, okay. There's not gonna be a chapter next week.
Oh,
we're taking a break.
Is it a break? That's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, bean burritos.
Okay. We got our theories for next week.
Moe's.
Well, I'll scratch that out.
No.
We can't say things like that.
Yeah, we can. But no, I think I mean, obviously, Horikoshi's not going to put us through
a whole dinner.
Fucking dinner. Unless he wants to put a little bit of drama.
I think we're going to see some dinner.
Some dinner, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, why else show the panel of?
Show her in the previous chapter.
Yeah.
And then have her speak at the end of the next chapter.
Yeah, there's something coming up with her.
Something's happening, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so probably we'll see some dinner. I really want to see more of the other kids.
Maybe we will. Oh, what if Dobby shows up? There's been some speculation that Dobby is
Endeavor's like
son.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Because he has a very unique flame.
Very unique flame. And some of the other evidence people use is like Endeavor mentioned something about Todoroki having like it,
Mm-hmm.
And something about I can't remember if it was something about the other son didn't have it or something.
Right, but isn't all the girls have ice?
Yeah, pretty much. I think so.
But so they mention a brother we've yet to see.
I don't think we've seen him. Yeah.
So I mean, I remember I think you told me that theory.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That Dobby was his brother.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, fucking adds up.
Yeah.
How many other pyrotechnics do we know?
And that would be wild if the League of Villains showed up at the number one's house.
I remember I said this to you when you told me that. Like, that's going to be wild if they ever meet. And Dobby's like, hey, Dad.
Yeah. I mean, I could totally see the paranormal Liberation Front, whatever they're called.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Doing like like an at-home murder, of the number one hero. Rushing in, but we'll see.
Jumping him.
That'd be pretty neat.
I don't know if Endeavor could take them all.
I mean,
oh my god, that could be how he died. Dobby kills his dad.
But it would be like all of them there. Deku and Bakugo.
Oh.
Yeah. It'd be like a little showdown.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
But we did just guess that Endeavor would die soon.
Yeah. Ish. I mean, yes. Probably. I think he's going to make it to 4 months till.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. But, Dobby is strong.
He's strong.
Very strong.
Yeah.
So if this maybe I'm asking too much, but Dobby shows up, hey dad, and it's like, oh shit, and they throw down, but like hard
as fuck,
and Dobby wins.
Oh, maybe when we get to that point, after Shigaraki gets out of that machine,
like maybe I'm reaching here,
maybe a little bit.
But that'd be pretty wild.
That would be pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
no,
you got anything else?
That's it for the chapter. It was just very informative and it's very just dialogue.
It was very dialogue heavy,
but I thought it was good. I think. I don't think next chapter will be exciting. Honestly.
No, not if it's just dinner party.
No,
but it'll be fine.
No, I may be wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
All right. I mean, that's it for me.
So we won't be back with My Hero next week.
No.
Maybe Attack on Titan if it comes out.
Right.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, well, I guess it's this week, technically.
Or next. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll probably be back with My Hero episode
in about 2 weeks.
No, probably.
Oh, episode
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Attack on Titan pretty soon after that.
Just when they come out, as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Record. But yeah, I guess it was a good chapter.
Stuff.
I like it. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Any feedback, keep it coming.
Yeah, leave some feedback.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, maybe we'll try and either, I guess, comment back on the comment.
Yeah. I mean,
or we kind of reply on the air if we.
Yeah.
If
we. We're starting
notice some. Yeah.
Well.
If we think about it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
That's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.